Like, holy, is mine really off that much? The live works, so we're good to start whenever. No, Joe, she won't be here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, oh, when you say north, you mean there, no, that's like north of these courts and everything.
I think
This is the Hiawatha City Council meeting for July 16th, 2025. I call the meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. Second thing on the list, everybody please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, everyone. Roll call, please.
Ben Fiddler,
Here.
Rob Archibald,
Here.
Jeff Cater,
Here.
Bill Bennett,
Here.
Joe Weigel.
Number 4, approval of the agenda. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll approve the agenda. Second.
I got a first and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4 passes. Number 5, approval of the consent agenda. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
First and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5 passes. Number 6, citizens input. Is there anyone in the audience that cares to speak on something that is not on the agenda? Anybody on the phone?
Just Mark.
Okay, just one. Okay. All right. Number 7, report from council members, city manager. Anybody have anything to report on since last meeting?
I have one item. We did receive notification late this afternoon that we were not successful this year with the build grant application regional. So it will open up again this fall, and we will talk about that and more than likely apply for that again in this next go-around.
Do we get feedback?
Feedback comes, we can start scheduling the debrief on our specific application in August. So we historically have done that. We need to provide good feedback, and we will do it again this year.
A few of us attended the Discovery Living expansion ribbon cutting. It was exciting to see, and I think it's the most energetic ribbon cutting I've ever been to.
Yeah, very, very happy atmosphere.
Thanks for that reminder. It was good to see a good use of that building. I mean, not that there's bad uses of that building, but just it's been there so long. It's good to see it, all the full spaces full, so.
Had an opportunity also to shoot another interview with Certapro painters this time, and one thing that I found interesting throughout, talking to different business owners is each one has kind of a different part of the city that they love, and this time it was police and fire, and they had very nice comments for both departments, and so I was just excited to hear.
Can you say anything about how cool his neighborhood is?
Oh, that's it. That was implied.
What direction, Bill? All right, anybody else?
Last Tuesday, we were scheduled to have a Parks and Recreation Board meeting, but there was not a quorum, so we just sat and just did the math. Learned some stuff about him that was cool. New Parks and Rec Director, and we'll try for a quorum next time. I'm sure we'll have. So.
All right. Number 8, Amy Wickendall, representative. Presentation of the flag of the city.
All right, good evening, Mayor Dodson and members of the Hiawatha City Council. I have to say it is a little bit weird standing behind this part of the podium on this side of the dais, but it is good to be back here tonight in front of you all. So as you know, the 75th anniversary celebration did occur last month, and in honor of that, I wanted to have some flags flown over the Iowa State Capitol in recognition of that. I also do have a proclamation from the State of Iowa House of Representatives, which I will read here tonight. To the Honorable Mayor Dodson, members of the Hiawatha City Council, and the people of the great city of Hiawatha. It having been made known to the House of Representatives by its Honorable Representative Amy J. Wickendall that the city of Hiawatha deserves recognition for celebrating its 75th anniversary. On this day, we remember our town founders, Dave Clark's vision to create a community of homes with a highway running through it. 75 years later, that vision has been realized as Hiawatha is a vibrant metro community, home to a thriving community of 9,000 people, innovative businesses, and entrepreneurs that is connected through the creative I-380 corridor. Like the enduring nature of our nation and state flags, may the city of Hiawatha always endure as the metro area's most welcoming community to live, work, and play that forges a path for creativity, diversity, and opportunity for all. Now, therefore, in consideration of the foregoing, the House of Representatives does hereby extend its congratulations this day, May the 12th, June 2025, signed by Speaker Pat Grassley, myself, and Chief of the Clerk of the House of Representatives, Megan Wilson. And to that, I have both flags here that I can present to the mayor and members of the City Council tonight, if you'd like to take a moment.
Okay. Well,
Once the U.S. flag, I think. There we go. Maybe cool. Don't hang it upside down.
Yeah.
All
Is that right? Right.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Okay. There you go. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
I know.
Oh, it's a ways.
swing by. Swing by.
I know.
You know the, yep.
Been a while.
I'm gonna do
Yeah, no kidding.
Holding it up with another kid in my grade, and I'm like this, and he's like this, it's just me and short. It's one of my favorite things to show off to kids who are little ones that hear you.
All right. Wait, there we go.
Honorable Wickendall, thank you very much for this. We, speaking on behalf of the council and the city of Hiawatha, thank you very much for what you did for us.
Yeah.
In presenting the flag and proclamation. We really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome, Mr. Mayor, and it's always an honor to represent this great city and the House of Representatives. I said, being from the city council previously was always one of my life's greatest joys. And it's still an honor to do that in the Capitol. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 9, Dave Wallace, City of Cedar Rapids, presentation of wastewater rate agreement. Good news, I hope.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council. I'm Dave Wallace. I'm the engineering manager for the utilities department. Our utilities director, Roy Hessman, and plant manager, Lauren Michael, couldn't be here this afternoon, so I'm providing the update here this year. The topics for this presentation will be a very brief history of WPC, which I was repeat from last year, an update of the current large project under construction right now, a quick summary of large future improvements being planned, and updates surrounding the improvements. WPC was built in the late 70s and became operational in 1980, which makes it about 45 years old. In addition to Cedar Rapids, as you are aware, we also serve Marion ourselves, Robbins, Palo, and small residential areas in Lake County. This facility is unique in that pre-treatment isn't required of industries, which means we treat high-strength waste at the facility. And because of this high strength, the population equivalent served is about 10 times the actual population. Several improvements have been added since 1980, including a disinfection system, odor control, and flood protection. Considering the facility is now 45 years old, we have a large project that's referred to as Contract 2 improvements. It's under construction right now to replace and upgrade portions of it. Major portions of this contract are to construct 4 aerobic granular sludge basins, we call it AGS for short, 2 digesters and a biogas facility. The biogas facility will allow us to treat and process gas for additional revenue through the sale of the gas and renewable energy credits. The project bid last summer with the low bid coming in at $348 million. This was quite a bit over our budget. The engineer's cost opinion was $280 million. So we've been working hard this past year to reduce costs through value engineering with a goal of $35 million in reductions. We're winding down on this activity and won't quite reach that goal, but we should be about $30 million in reductions once we process the change orders coming up. This project is being funded mostly out of state revolving fund loans, as SRF funds provide very good interest rates and some flexibility with the timing of when we close on the loans. So we're taking out a series of loans, I think 5 or 6 in total. Some of them are actually taxable and some of them are non-taxable. The taxable ones, believe it or not, we're eligible for a tax credit on the biogas facilities. And cross our T's and dot our I's, and at the end of the project, we may be eligible for up to like $60 million in a tax credit, which is unusual for a jurisdiction such as ourselves to be eligible for tax credits. That's something that's available right now. This is a 4.5-year project with completion planned by late 28 or early 2029. Construction this year includes a new ash chute shown in the upper right of the image, which will allow demo of an existing lagoon where the AGS facility will go, and we'll begin concrete pours for the AGS basins and the digester facilities this year. And new belt filter presses for additional solids handling capabilities. If you've driven by on Highway 13 lately, you can see a whole lot of construction activity going on. It's a really good site. Next slide, please. Major feature improvements being planned are capacity improvements to the main lift station and the primary clarifier process, currently budgeted at $130 million. These improvements are scheduled to be completed in fiscal year 2034. I do want to add that we may be able to defer the capacity improvements due to the infiltration and inflow flow reduction efforts that each jurisdiction has been working on. This has dropped our average daily flow from 50 million gallons a day, say 5, 7, 10 years ago, to about 40 million gallons per day. So it's a substantial reduction. We don't see the high peaks during the wet weather events that we used to. We used to routinely pump up at least 130 million gallons per day, but in the past 5 years, we haven't topped 80 million gallons per day. So that's a kudos to every jurisdiction for working hard on reducing I&I in the system. So considering the higher than expected costs that we got last summer, the possibility of deferring capacity improvements, we will be doing a master plan update this year to review the phasing plan, schedule, and update costs. Next slide, please. So onto the treatment agreements. Under the current treatment agreement, costs are allocated on a proportional residential flow basis, which is somewhat complicated and can be highly variable from 1 year to a year, depending on wet weather or dry weather years and stuff like that. And I do want to note that Hiawatha has also requested a future capacity for a population of 15,000 people, which we can accommodate with this current project. We've been working closely with Hiawatha and Marion over the past several years to develop a new treatment agreement that combines not only the treatment portion of it, but major improvements and capacity improvements into one agreement rather than having separate ones. Currently, we have two agreements with the city of Marion. They really are driving to have one. Proposal follow that same model with Hiawatha. Improvements we've made so far include best practices for flow meter sites and maintenance of the meters, which has led to better meter locations in some cases. I don't know if that's specific to Hiawatha, but Marion for sure, we relocated some meters. We now have accessibility to each other's flow meters, data to routinely check for inconsistencies, because that's really the major component for billing purposes. So we want to get those as accurate as possible. And we continue to work on the terms and conditions of the agreement. And I personally just wanted to add that I feel the collaboration between Hiawatha, Dennis, and John, and the city of Marion has been going very well. So looking forward to that collaboration moving forward. Because in the end, we're trying to figure out how we pay our bills, how do we allocate the costs in the most fair and equitable manner for all parties involved. And I feel like we've been, going back and forth amongst each other and trying to figure out the best solution for all. So rather than continue with the residential flow proportional method with separate capacity charges, we're proposing a rate structure that is similar to our Group 3, which is our large users. And right now, that's just just industries in that category. Charges will be based on flow, and other loadings such as VOD and total suspended solids would be calculated based on the population and then verified sampling. The proposed rates would also include a surcharge factor to account for several items such as risk and bond treating impacts to Cedar Rapids. And the surcharge factor actually helps balance costs between the Cedar Rapids residential and the other jurisdictions. Some reasons to switching to the large user rate structure include loadings from Hiawatha nearly meet the criteria for Group 3, which is very similar to our large industrial users. And honestly, Group 3 rates are a little bit better than the Group 2 category, which you definitely would fit into that. And the industries get a little bit of a break because their loadings are very consistent day in and day out, whereas the residential component can fluctuate and adds extra costs to the facility to accommodate that. The Group 2 rates would simplify the billing structure, annual costs would be more predictable. And even though, as I mentioned earlier, Hiawatha is mostly residential, but that flow component is very comparable to our large users. Their average daily flow is about 1.2 or 1.3 MGD. The Group 3 actually starts at 1.5 MGD. So at times you bump over that 1.5 MGD, but you're very close to that large user group. You might just get a little bit of a break on the rate increases, on the rates themselves. Next slide, please. While there will be more variability on a monthly basis related to wet weather versus dry weather, the annual total cost will be more consistent and predictable. And then I ran some examples with the current method. Charges for June were about $69,000. And using June 2025 flow data as an example, charges under this proposed method would have been almost $83,000, or just under $30 per customer for the treatment portion. And while this represents about a 20% increase, it's important to keep in mind that previously we were discussing a separate charge for the major improvements, but in this method, it's covered under the proposed rates. So if we were to use the current method and then add a separate charge for the big contract improvements we have underway right now, the portion of that current large project would be about $34,000 per month instead of the $13,800 difference now. So effectively, it's reducing the overall cost. I get that the 20% increase is going to be a tough pill to swallow when this becomes effective. But in the end, we think it's the most fairest way to handle the rates amongst the jurisdictions. Next slide, please. So the next steps, the plan schedule moving forward include review by each city's attorneys by September. We had pretty good the agreements we've been working on, but we've tweaked them over the last 6 months, so we'll need to take another look at it. Complete each jurisdiction's financial planning by October, and hopefully approvals by Marion, Hiawatha, and ourselves in December. And then upon approval, the new rates would become effective July 1st of 2026. And then we would follow with Robbins and Paylow soon after. So that's the end of my presentation, and I'm happy to entertain any questions you might have, and I'll do my best to answer them.
I have a couple of questions,
Sure.
Dave. My first question is this rate increase the same percentage for each jurisdiction?
No. For example, it's because we're doing that proportional residential thing right now, so like Marion, for example, will bump up one year and then come down next year. So if you just look at the rate structure we're in right now versus what we're proposing, so Marion would see an 8% increase versus your 20%, just the way because we're switching the way we're proposing to allocate costs and bill. I haven't looked at Robbins yet, and I haven't looked at Payload yet, but Marion would see an 8% increase, but you guys would see a 20% increase.
Okay. My next question on the biogas, that you recover the gas, and you say you're going to sell that gas, correct? So do you have a gas compressor that will compress the gas in order to put it in compressed chambers or put it in a pipeline or?
Correct. We'll have some gas cleaning facilities, and then, yeah, we'll have to compress it up to get it into Mid-America's pipeline.
Yeah, like scrubbers and stuff like that, so.
Correct.
And then the sale of that gas, would that go back to the different jurisdictions to help reduce their costs? Or is that just profit for you guys?
No, it's not profit. Yeah, we're not for profit. It would just reduce the cost for everybody involved.
Okay.
It's just another revenue stream that helps offset the loans that we have to pay back.
Can you go back to the last slide? One more. So the 29.25, that's per customer in Hiawatha. Is that what we're saying?
That's for the treatment portion only. So you get your collection system costs separate from that you guys deal with yourselves. So your overall bill, I don't know what it would be.
But that's the increase, or that's?
No, that's not the increase. That's what, so right now, I'm guessing that whatever 20% less of that would be, that's what you're being charged now. Say $25 a month per resident, and it would go up
It would go up to 29.25.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, and then
That's
what's,
not in addition to,
Okay.
that would be the total.
yeah. that
just
would be-
curious, how does that look compared to the Cedar Rapids per customer cost? Do you have any idea?
Ours is very comparable to yours, actually. It's about, when I did the calculation a couple months ago, it was about $29 a month. And then we have the other portion that goes with the collection system. As best I can figure, it's not that easy to
Right.
boil that down, because ours is one combined bill. But ours, as best as I can tell, is about $29 a month.
And then where does Marion,
Marion is, let me think.
About 22.
Yeah, 22, I just presented that last night. Now, interesting enough, you guys have a higher per capita flow compared to Marion, Cedar Rapids, and even Palo. Personally, I think it's because of a high amount of 50s, 60s homes where sump pump connections and foundation drain connections might have been more prominent, but I know I've communicated that to John and Mark or Dennis, and they're looking at ways to maybe control that flow a little bit more than, so that's why you're seeing a higher monthly bill than say Marion on a per user basis.
So from what I understand, we're using roughly 200 gallons per resident, and across, not even across this area, but across the industry, it's 100 gallons. Is that a fair?
Well, it's been a while since I looked at the numbers. Generally, when you do design, you consider 100 gallons per capita per day, and you guys are somewhere in the 150 to 200, depending on the month. Marion is actually below the 100. I think we're actually a little bit below the 100. I don't recall where Robbins were, but.
So if we were able to get from that 150 to 200 down to the $100 mark, we could see that 20% increase.
You would see the difference in this, yes.
So that's part of the reason why we are disproportionately higher than the others, is we are using more per person.
yeah.
Has there been any involvement with the public with this as far as, and obviously everybody's numbers are going to be going up, as far as the way the rate allocations have been laid out, or is this mostly city officials that are deciding?
Not specific to Marion or Robbins or Hiawatha, but we do have to, as part of our budget presentation every spring, we do talk about the general rate increases. So residential in Cedar Rapids this year is going up 9%. So under this Group 3 method, the industry see about a 7.7% rate increases. You would be somewhere in between that because you don't have the other high strengths, DOE and TSS, but under this method, you would be lower than the Cedar Rapids residential rate increases. And we actually have to set next year's as well as for our financial planning bonding reasons. So that's going to be 9% next year as well. So that's public knowledge, but not the specifics of how we're dealing with Marion or Hiawatha.
So this doesn't include rainwater and so forth, is that correct? Or no? Is this just?
Strictly wastewater.
Yeah.
Plus whatever they send it up sanitary sewer system or gets pumped into each some pumps.
Anybody else? No? I guess no further questions.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, number 10, public hearing, status of funded activities for the Hiawatha Library Generator Project. We'll open the public hearing at 5:58.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Melissa Comer with East Central Iowa Council of Governments. I'm the grant administrator for Hiawatha CDBG generator project. So I have 3 of these to do, and do you need to close each of them before I start the next one? They're 3 separate. I don't know. Okay, I just wanted to
Yes.
make sure I
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry, I lost Mark. Go ahead.
Okay, so they're pretty much the same, so bear with me. But the purpose of this hearing is to consider the status of funded activities for the Hiawatha Library Generator Project as assisted by the Community Development Block Grant Program, contract number 20 DRI 010.
Hey, Terry, sorry, I lost coverage for about 1/8 of a mile.
That's okay. Hi. Sorry.
As required for this hearing, it's noted that for a general description of accomplishments to date, a CDBG disaster recovery generator installation contract in the amount of $100,000 was awarded to the city of Hiawatha from the Iowa Economic Development Authority for the installation of a generator at the library located at 150 West Wilman Street. A release of funds was issued on April 22nd, 2024. A pre-construction meeting was held on September 19th, 2024, and construction began on July 15th, 2025. Construction has not yet been completed. For a summary of funding of the activity and source of funds and total funds spent this far by the source, the total project cost is estimated at $138,485.07. Through July 16th, 2025, a total of $2,533.79 has been invoiced for project service delivery and newspaper publication, and $77,868.56 for project costs. Apologies. For a general description of remaining work, construction includes gas piping and generator installation at the library. Other remaining work on the project includes required monitoring and site visits conducted by the Iowa Economic Development Authority. For a general description of changes made to the project budget, performance targets, activity schedules, project scope, locations, objectives, or beneficiaries, no changes have been made. That's all for that one. Do you guys have any questions about the library generator?
Okay. All right, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition of the item? Anything received in the clerk's office?
No.
Okay, we'll close this public hearing at 6:01. Number 11, public hearing, status of funded,
Sorry. We'll do resolutions for each of them, so
Okay.
if we could take roll call.
okay. Roll call, please. Number 10.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jeff Cader,
Aye.
Bill Bennett,
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
All right, number 11, public hearing, status of funded activities for Hiawatha Lift Station Generator Project. We'll open this public hearing at 6:02.
The purpose of this hearing is to consider the status of funded activities for the Hiawatha Lift Station Generator Project as assisted by the Community Development Block Grant Program, contract number 20 DRI 011. As required for this hearing, it's noted that for a general description of accomplishments to date, a CDBG disaster recovery generator installation contract in the amount of $100,000 was awarded to the city of Hiawatha from the Iowa Economic Development Authority for the installation of a generator at the lift station located at 3540 Reed Road. A release of funds was issued on April 22nd, 2024. A pre-construction meeting was held on September 19th, 2024, and construction began on December 10th, 2024. Construction of the project was completed on January 9th, 2025, apart from gas utility not being set up yet, which is reliant on the utility company, so it is still ongoing. For a summary of funding of the activity and source of funds and total funds spent this far by source, the total project cost is estimated at $55,014.89 through July 16th, 2025. A total of $2,421.29 has been invoiced for project service delivery and newspaper publications, and $39,389.91 for project costs. For a general description of remaining work, the project construction is complete. Remaining work on the project includes gas setup with the utility company, required monitoring, and site visits conducted by the Iowa Economic Development Authority. For a general description of changes made to the project budget, performance targets, activity schedules, project scope, location, objectives, or beneficiaries, no changes have been made.
Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to speak in opposition to the item? Anything received in the clerk's office?
No.
Roll call, please.
Close the public.
Or we're going to close the public hearing, sorry, at 6:04.
Okay. Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Number 12, public hearing, status of funded activities for Hiawatha Well House Generators Project. We'll open this public hearing at 6:04.
Thank you. The purpose of this hearing is to consider the status of funded activities for the Hiawatha Well House Generators Project as assisted by the Community Development Block Grant Program, contract number 20, DRI 012. As required for this hearing, it's noted that for a general description of accomplishments to date, the CDBG disaster recovery generator installation contract in the amount of $200,000 was awarded to the city of Hiawatha from the Iowa Economic Development Authority for the installation of a generator at the well houses located at 2030 Boise Road and 1410 Robbins Road. A release of funds was issued on April 22nd, 2024. The pre-construction meeting was held on September 19th, 2024, and construction began on February 5th, 2025. I have a slight edit. I did receive word on Monday that these generators are complete. I'm just not exactly sure which day yet, because I haven't seen the last payroll. So those are complete. For a summary of funding of the activity and source of funds and total funds spent this far, the total project cost is estimated at $183,572,084. Through July 16th, 2025, a total of $2,485.52 has been invoiced for project service delivery and newspaper publication, and $136,572.41 for project costs. For a general description of remaining work on the project includes required monitoring and site visits conducted by the Iowa Economic Development Authority. For a general description of changes made to the project budget, performance targets, activity schedules, project scope, location, objectives, or beneficiaries, no changes have been made. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to the item? Anything in the clerk's office?
Nope.
We'll close the public hearing at 6:07. Roll call, please.
Bill Bennett,
Aye.
Ben Fidler,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, number 13, 2025 amended and restated Hiawatha Urban Revitalization Plan. A, consider resolution determining the necessity and fixing a date for a public hearing on the matter of the adoption of a proposed 2025 amended and restated Hiawatha Urban Revitalization Plan. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ben Fidler,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jeff Cader,
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Number 14, consider resolution approving a 28E agreement between the city of Hiawatha and the city of Cedar Rapids for Tower Drive Lift Station. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jeff Cader,
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Number 15, consider resolution approving contract with Civic Systems for the city's financial software. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Jeff Cader,
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Number 16, consider
Thanks for all the hard work on the detailing it out. I mean, I'm sure we all do.
Number 16, consider resolution approving a corridor fire marshal's mobile food vendor fire inspection agreement. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good to see this collaboration between local departments. Makes things a lot easier for vendors. Thanks, Matt, for the work on this.
Well, I'd like to thank specifically Frank Sir Lewis for a lot of the work on getting this done. Like to your point of all the collaboration, the fact that it's not an extra burden for these vendors, that they can go anywhere in our community, and the safety. So thank you, Frank.
Yeah, Frank, all the work was with Frank. I did very little on this, so Frank's the charger on this one. So.
Roll call, please.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Number 17, consider resolution authorizing city staff to move forward with the preparation and execution of a structural fire training agreement with Russell and Patricia Hines. Your motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
First and second, discussion.
It was not until earlier this year that I realized how expensive it is for a homeowner to donate their house for this type of purpose due to all the asbestos testing that's required. And so just thank you a lot to Russell and Patricia for being willing to do that and bearing that cost for the department to have that training.
Yeah, I think the last one, was that 100 Boyson Road before the Boyson Crossing went in? Was that
We
the-
traded that one, we did not burn that one down. We
Yeah.
had some utility issues with that one. Last one, we actually were able to do light fire in, was one on Robbins Road where, in East Hiawatha, subdivision is for the, new warehouses there. So that was back in 21.
Right. And then the Hines residence, are we burning it down or just doing?
Yeah, if all works out, obviously we're gonna burn it down, with going into the fall season, obviously farm kids and stuff to be worried about. But that is the purpose that we'll start trading on it here in August, and then we'll use it probably up to October. We are kind of sharing it with Monroe, because it's right on the border of us and Monroe, we're using we training, due to our automatic aid agreements, so, we'll work with them, that's kind of the plan we have right now with Monroe, kind of that time frame.
Okay. And all the gas lines, electrical lines will be disconnected?
Correct, yep.
Okay. All right, roll call, please.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Number 18, Tucker Park Splash Pad Project. A, consider resolution approving pay estimate number 3.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Splash pad looks really good. Well
It's
used. too.
Extremely busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are excellent.
Yeah. Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
B, consider resolution approving final pay estimate number 4, final retainage and accepting improvements to the Tucker Park Splash Pad. In a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I do think it's important to note that this project is going to come in
That's awesome. That's good. It's always good. And, are they gonna fix the hinges on that box before the final payment?
That's not that's not the project.
Okay,
We're still addressing that.
okay, all right. Anything else? Roll call, please.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Number 19, Edgewood Road Extension, Pex Boulevard to Emmett Street Project. A, consider resolution approving change order number 2.
So moved.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
B, consider resolution approving pay estimate number 2. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Number 20, 2025 Street Improvements Project. A, consider resolution approving change order number 1. Need a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
B, consider resolution approving pay estimate number 2. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
So moved. Or second.
Roll call, please.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Was there any discussion for that? I'm sorry. Skip Number 21, Turtle Creek Park Trail Connection Project. A, consider resolution approving change order number 1. Need a motion to approve?
So,
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
B, consider resolution approving pay estimate number 2. Need a motion to approve?
so moved.
Second.
First and second, discussion? Roll call, please.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Number 22, Guthrie Park Pickleball Courts Phase 2. A, consider resolution approving change order number 1. Need a motion to approve?
I'll make.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Number 23, consider resolution amending the 28E agreement for the planning, construction, and maintenance participation for the Indian Creek Dry Run Creek Sanitary Sewer System Program. Need a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Number 24, consider resolution authorizing city attorney to draft an agreement for a police department civilian contractor analyst. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
I've learned that you do not negotiate event against the police chief because he got it down to $1, and it is amazing.
That's a hard part.
Yes.
No. Well done.
Drives a hard bargain.
Roll call, please.
Bill Bennett.
Aye.
Ben Fidler.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Jeff Cader.
Aye.
Number 25, placement of items for next agenda or work session, which is coming up next month. Anybody have anything else? In addition to what's going on?
We did make a point of clarification from the presentation tonight from April. So you talked about 20% increase. That doesn't mean that our sewer rates are going to go up 20%. Just for context, in 2022 at Y23, 2022, 2023, we were paying more than what the projected rates are. So I just want to make sure it's in context. The 20% is not an automatic increase in our sewer rates. This will take effect next July. Or we'll see potentially the data sets around some modeling and make sure that we're okay on cash flow. But just understanding that we get paid for the entire year, it's a little bit more. Kind of teaching over this.
Thanks, Dennis. Anybody else? All right, number 26. Bill, is there a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, I'll make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
Got a second? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 6:18. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Jerry. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounded very easy.
No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they've got all the numbers. And so what I'm supposed to be paying $6 million.
So we're actually paying, and that is excluding interest. Well, over 25 years, we're only